It is June 13th. I'm just finishing up right now. Gonna get ready for the recap. Sorry, I just got back from the city. Hope all is well. You know the drill. Take a look at the what's it called? The disclosure. We'll get to it. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead. Hopefully everyone's feeling well. Definitely a bunch of days, huh? Look how this market's just moving up. I wasn't here the last hour and a half of the day. Actually, a little. Like I picked up at 1:30, so it was even more than that. But anyway, another update into the Fed. So what does that mean? It actually kind of makes it a little bit easier that if they sell the news, it's almost feel more comfortable actually trimming into it because you've already had your move, and then you get to maybe even sell some premium higher and be cute. 437.33 is what we hit today. 437.33. That's a new point of reference. That it is. Very methodical move, though. I'll tell you. This is we took this 432 out yesterday at 433.88. We opened up 8 days here. That was the bull flag breakout. And now we'll see what's next. The Qs have led the way. The market's broadened out a little bit. We've caught the bios, the XBI. We just caught the IWM. We caught the diamonds a bit. Been catching the SPYs. We bought the SPYs on Friday, and I trimmed some yesterday, trimmed the rest today. Actually sold a little premium today, which I'm okay with. And we're going to continue the net money and see what's happening here. Hold on, my phone keeps blowing up. So here we are. There's the SPYs. Just going to save it for tomorrow. Here are the Qs. Not as strong, but it is what it is. It can't be the strongest sector every time. Actually, it's not so bad to, have money rotate and let it rest and relax. And I'm sure there was a bunch of people. I think some people made decent money fading it off the open, and then it kind of regrouped and kept going. And and here we are now. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Step by step, level by level. That's what we're going to do. Just hold on a second. Look at this. Look, this was the August high. Look how much above it we are. And now every other sector is playing a little catch up. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, so that's the Qs. Qs and the SPYs. Qs led the way. SPYs followed, right? We like to have leading indicators. I should have done this in order, right? Where you have the Qs, then the SPYs, and then the diamonds went. Right, look at that, quinky dink, right to the 342 area. From here, this was 2 weeks ago, to fill the void up to 342. Hopefully some guys did pretty well there. Okay, then what'd you have? You had XBI. What'd that do? Hey, look at that. This is where we're buying it. Now it's on its way to this 92.60. IWM. As of yesterday, I said this was my biggest position ETF-wise for options, and it didn't close in the highs, but from here all the way to whatever this high is today, 188.97, still seems like it's on its way to 192 to 199. So we'll see. Nice little move. All right, you can't be too upset about that. Just in general, Anyway, money's rotating. What's what we do? We rotate. We try and rotate, right? Now think about it. Apple was downgraded today. You were able to actually get out of it flat if you were patient, or even just down 50 cents after the move that we've seen. Does it mean it's over? No, look, it's kind of right in there. So doing just fine. Making another pull bigger area. If they couldn't even pull back Apple to the 8-day yesterday, I mean today with a downgrade, how weak is it? Not that weak. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm out of it going into tomorrow. We'll see if there's a reason to get into it. Tesla continues. Jesus. you know, but again, a pause for a second. Would it have been better if it paused for another day? Probably, but it didn't. So I'm still long Tesla. I'm actually short some of the 260s and now the 267s. Not too big, not like last time, but it's, you know, it's trending, and there's been a lot of money to be made. I'm sure you guys are doing it. No one's just netting short, and people are trying to stay with this as long as possible. But again, you don't want to get caught, but you want to maximize the move. And what did this hit today? This hit 259.68. 259.68. So that's a new point of reference for tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. Into almost in that gap. The gap gets filled to 262, which is right there. So I'm trying to do what I need to do to keep me comfortable. Like I was long Tesla at 250 earlier in the week, saying, hey, I could sell the 260s and that'll keep me comfortable holding it the whole week after the size of the move that it had. So that's why it was good to make us money. This U looks pretty good. Looks like maybe tomorrow it takes out 39.45. So far so good. I'm in stock options. I sold some options and I added on the decline. I'm in more stock than I've had for a while. Looks pretty good. Seems like it should be on its way to 43 or more. You go to the weekly chart, you can even see the bigger picture here. Stock's been annihilated, so people are like, hey, well, you know, anyway, so maybe this has some room to here. Pretty impressive. A lot of guys from the Alpha team are on AI. What a move. Talked about, you know, some people along verse 35, others waiting for it to get through 39-ish. High volume move above, it might get it on the move again. Look at that. Pretty sick. Hopefully you made some money there. I made some money there. I didn't stick with it long enough. They sold the event for AMD, not the end of the world, but a pretty loose, wide bar. I had some options. I sold some pre-market, made some money there, and then I got stopped out of the rest for a cost, and then I played it a little bit. Not the end of the world. All in all, you know, can't complain, but we'll see what happens here tomorrow. This is the 8-day moving average right there. Went above here, couldn't hold it, right? Needs to get and stay above. Did it get and stay above? No. NVIDIA was really strong, though. NVIDIA, nice move, took out this 397. Looks on its way towards this 419-ish. You know, so again, these are the thoughts. You always got to read the thoughts. NVIDIA is rebuilding and digesting, consolidating since the 419 high. Recently, it held 373. You know, it needs to get it and stay above 397, which it did. Here was your 405, and now here's 419. So, doing just fine. Lots of things doing just fine. But we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow brings. The history of Fed Day, if you look up Bespoke on Twitter, the history of Fed Day is not great. I'm going to try and reduce, and I'm not going to overtrade the SPYs. I typically overtrade the SPYs on Fed Day. I'm going to try not to do it. Right now, if you look at the Alpha team, I don't have a lot of stuff on. And I still have Tesla on. I still have the IWM on. FCL, and Plug were my little ones, and they had really nice moves. I sold Plug, and I'm still in the little of that. Stem was decent. This top was nothing. So I don't have a whole lot. You know, I feel like I was able to short some 441s and 442 SPYs today, only into strength. So that's how I'm short. Okay, and if we happen to go up another 3 points, I'll probably short up into the 445 stinking. And the first time the SPYs get to 441 to 445, should be able to fade into that, even if it pushes through a little bit to come back to that. So we'll see. And if, when that happens, maybe I could sell some stock into it and figure it out. Not going to get too into all the different types of setups at this point. I feel like most people have reduced risk. We've had some one-off plays, even like Boeing as a one-off play was pretty good. Trying to figure out if it's going to go again. Boeing is right here. You know, not so bad. Most guys in our community got involved here for that move. Disney, I traded most out of that. That was a little bit. Yesterday I bought the options because of Pooty on Target. Nice little move. I sold some. I think we made a decent percentage there. Shop, not so great, but still hanging in here. Not so bad. Who put that? All right. Just got stopped out of AFRM after hours. Someone just put a $10 sell target on it from, I think, one of those crazy sites. So rather not deal with it tomorrow. I was wondering when my P&L was coming in. Anyway, so with that said, if you want to be light into tomorrow, it makes sense. Usually there's a lot of whipsaw back and forth where the spies go up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3. And then at the end of the day, you get a move. So we'll see what that is. I remember last time. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, let's see if we can see it. Go to Bespoke. This was Explore. Go Bespoke. I remember this pretty well. Wasn't fun. What is it? Hold on. I have the wrong one up. Hold on. Yeah, Bespoke. Bespoke Invest. Let's see. Bespoke. Where is he? Wrong. Anyway, whatever. Either which way, we'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm sorry, I'm a little scattered. I'm trying to take care of a few different things here and get moving. I'll be in early tomorrow. You only do what you could do. Make sure you can handle it. Sorry, we've had a pretty awesome run the last month or two. From the March, pretty much trigger and go, and then in May the rally refueled as the spies started to play along with tech, and then it broadened, and now we'll see what happens tomorrow out of the Fed. We'll have multiple plans, and we'll navigate it when we get our chance to do so. All right, guys, later.